up, you guys? This is Rob from A Gay Guy Plays, and today we've got a little bit of a mashup. We've got some Rob reads you shit that you're probably not gonna read yourself, and then of course we're gonna go ahead and jump on in to play with the augments that we are going to be talking about. So let's take a look at what we've got on here. So as you can see, DE Megan posted the sacrifice hotfix 23.0.6. TennoCon is just over 9 days away. Oh my god, it's too insane. And we are giving you some trinkets to play with while you patiently wait for what will be the next biggest day in Warframe's history. Something to note is that this hotfix does not include the sacrifice quest replayability. It will be done, but most likely after TennoCon, as all human hands are working on making the Tenno live dream a reality. Exciting! I wonder what they're gonna reveal. So, we do have some new Warframe augments. So, as you can see right here, Nidus, Ravenous, which is Insatiable. I guess it's just called Insatiable. Nidus gains a 60% chance of generating an additional mutation stack whenever he gains one while standing in the Ravenous infestation. Harrow, his Thurible is Warding Thurible. All allies in range take 40% less damage while channeling Thurible and grants 0.5 additional energy charge whenever damaged. So it's almost kind of like built-in rage for the moment. That's kind of cool. Octavia, because you're I wonder if you we'll test it out, because I wonder if you gain energy while you're doing it because you're technically channeling. We'll see. Octavia, Mallet, Partitioned Mallet, allows for 2 simultaneous mallets, each with 50% reduced range. Ivara's Quiver, Empowered Quiver, Dash Wire grants allies 100% critical damage. Nice. Cloak Arrow has a 100% chance to prevent status effects. A part of me is almost like, we'll probably be using Dash Wire and not necessarily Cloak Arrow, because do you really need to prevent the status effects if you're invisible? Nothing should be targeting you. Now, of course, at some point, some things might, like, you know, AoE you, but regardless, let's go ahead and just jump on in and see how this works out in game. Alright, so as you can see, I've got Insatiable slotted in. And keep in mind, number 1, I haven't touched Nidus in a long time, and number 2, this is a bit of a testing build, because I do want to see if power strength affects this. We'll see it live in action as we speak. However, I have done a little bit of dabbling with this, and I'm kind of like, okay, this might actually be something that is worth using. Now, just quick note too, for anybody who's wondering, I'm going to go ahead and leave a list of the syndicates that you can find these mods in down in the description box below. I just am feeling a bit under the weather, and I don't necessarily want to go into each and every one of the syndicates and kind of like find it out myself. So it'll be down there. I'll make sure you guys are taken care of. So this, as you can see, is just no power strength whatsoever. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up 5 of the ancient healers real quick, and we'll see exactly how fast this can go. Because it was a bit insane when we first started. Of course, you do need a clump of enemies, and you do need to go ahead and get your stacks right now. So as you can see, the 5 is giving us a full stack each time. I'm going to go ahead and toss this up there real quick. And then right there, that's almost like 1.5. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can't get even more, and we'll see how fast this can go. So right there, oh my god, that's kind of sick. Do you see it just still going? This is not, it can't be just like that, right? So 26 or 7, okay. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 30. That's a lot of stacks that are just building up. Now, I will say one thing right here. One of the issues that I had is because of the fact that there are maggots jumping onto these enemies, but that is super fast. So as you can see right here, we're like almost, we're at 50, we're at 51, 52, 53. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and toss this down real fast. So we're at 57. And, you know, it just takes it up to 58, you know, it just goes up to 59. Nothing too insane. But as soon as we go ahead and toss this down, of course, in combination with the larva that is going to be spawned, 57, all of a sudden, we're all up to 63. So, when I think about this mod, it reminds me very much of Relentless Combination when it comes to melee mods, right? Melee mods, you know, you don't really think too much about, oh, if the slash procs like go off and all of a sudden we start building up our combo counter fast, you're like, yeah, I don't really know how I feel about that. For some weapons it's amazing, for some weapons it's not super amazing. So in this case, I'm looking at this as, this is a really great way to up the amount of stacks that you get really, really fast. Could help with survivability too, because you'll get your regeneration off of that. But now, as you can see, we are going in with power, with some power strength. I left it blank intentionally because what I wanted to do is I wanted to see how it performed with no power strength whatsoever. But now we're going to put a little power strength into it and see what happens if our increases are even faster. So straight out of the gate, we got nothing to work with. This is just giving us a full stack apiece. Now we can go ahead and lay this down. Let's go ahead and toss that out real quick again. And as you can see, we're at 3 stacks, 4 to 9 stacks, 10 stacks, 11 stacks. I really do feel like this is affected by power strength. Am I just crazy, or are there just so many insane stacks that are going on? I haven't touched it since we're up at 22. So I'm getting a good feeling about some power strength mods. Are there 22 up to 32, 33? I haven't done any 35. 30 freaking 5 stacks. All right, so we're gonna just leave it right here. We're gonna go 42. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick stomp. 42. So we're at 42, right? And then we're hitting them 43. So you know, it's just the normal. But as you can see right here, so we're at 41 again. 41. 1 stomp. And that's at 42, huh? Let's see. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Let's see. 49, 50. I mean, okay, maybe I'm gonna have to do more testing to see how if power strength does affect this. But I know that a lot of people are running power strength builds with Nidus as it is. So just keep doing it and see how quickly you can get your stacks up. I actually feel like this is definitely one of those ones that you might want to consider slotting in. So moving along to Harrow, we've got Warding Thurible. Allies in range take 40% less damage while channeling Thurible, and grant an additional 0.5 energy charge whenever damaged. So that's where I actually think that I went a little bit wrong. I thought that it was going to refund some of your energy, kind of like a range, but I kind of feel like this is more tied into the counter. You know, as you're channeling Thurible, you get more and more energy charge. So I think that this is just going to add to that energy charge. In addition, it seems like the 40% less damage is affected by power strength. You'll actually see it in the top corner, and it has a percentage on there that lets you know there's damage reduction. Now, I've died several times trying to test this. We'll see if it actually works. So I've got a ballista. I've lowered it down to 75. I've been one hit killed a couple times when it comes down to it, but I do want to see some chunky damage off of it in order to see what's happening. So it's pretty slow, you know. Come on, bitch, snipe me. Did you see like a lot? Did you see a jump in there? I'm waiting for something. I don't. Is it me? I don't necessarily feel like it's a big old jump. And I've got some power strength. Bitch, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so we gon' continue to try that. Come on, honey. Okay. So I feel like it's normal, and I'm watching it, and I'm watching it, and I'm watching it, and I'm watching it. I didn't have enough energy. Okay, let's try that one more time. Come on. Come on. Hit me. Hit me. I don't feel like I got that much energy charge off of it. I'm not seeing it. All right, so I'm gonna take a double check to take a look at my life totals, and I'm gonna take a look at the energy totals now and see if maybe it was affected by energy totals. Hold on, let's see. Just a quick tap. Aw, shit. It's like full. Don't kill me yet. Don't. God damn it. All right. Come and get it. Come and get it. Let's see if it affects my energy. Why are you so slow, you tramp? Okay, hold on. Let's just do it again. Let's do it again, and let's just reduce it. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see if she can get me. Doesn't seem like it's restoring any energy back. I don't know if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not 100% sold on this. I'm not 100% sold on this. It doesn't feel like the energy ticks up enough. Oh, I'm just gonna have to kill you. I'm just gonna have to kill you. I don't feel like the energy ticks up fast enough. And I'm assuming, of course, that it's affected by power strength in some way, shape, or form. But, like, 0.5 seems a little, like, meh for the damage that you take. So, I'm gonna say that that one's gonna be a bit of a pass. Alrighty, now we've got Octavia with her Partitioned Mallet, and as you guys know, Octavia is one big powerhouse. So being able to kind of like split up her mallets into 2 areas really gives her a different type of gameplay. However, I am gonna say one thing. I wish that they had given us the ability to do it at 60% range instead of 50%, because, you know, basically you are covering like half the amount of area with these 2 mallets, but we are giving up a mod slot for that. So for me, I'm like, I think with good positioning, I might be okay, but then again, you combine that with amp, and you could potentially cover an insane amount of area. Also note, again, working build, we're just going to be playing around with stuff. Like, it's strange because there are some frames that I haven't touched in ages, and even though I've absolutely loved them, and this Octavia is definitely one of them. So let's see how this feels. I mean, okay, this is great for choke points. That is enough to hold down a choke point, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and let's put down one over here, and see what happens if we toss maybe like an amp in the middle of them. Okay, I get down with that. Oh, does this one feel like it's, yeah, it feels like it's grown a little bit. I don't know. A part of me feels like it could be useful. It could be useful for zoning out areas and doing CC in those areas. And I don't necessarily dislike it. I just don't know exactly. It's got its uses. I'll give it to you like that. It's definitely got its uses, and a part of me feels like maybe on certain maps, if you're trying to do a solo survival, it would be really, really cool to be able to hold down 2 different spawn points. So when enemies enter in a room, it would definitely be worthwhile for that. However, you are trading a mod slot for it. Now, you might be trading the mod slot for range. You might be trading the mod slot for damage. For some reason, I had power strength in this. I don't know why. It might have been for amp. I probably was helping out on some Eidolon runs, and I wanted more damage for them. So part of me is kind of like, maybe we could swap out a few things and definitely make it work. I don't think it's a bad mod. It's just one of those ones that I think is more situational than anything. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like without one, because we can go ahead and toss one of these in the middle, right? We'll go ahead and toss a 1 in the middle. And I already feel like toss an amp on top of that. Ooh, a part of me almost wants to just say no thank you. Like, do you see how much more range we're getting out of this? Now, of course, this is one circular area. It's like maps are different, right? There are certain maps that spawn 1 to the left and 1 to the back right, and it would be cool to kind of like split them up. Again, very situational, but just looking at this, I kind of almost feel like it's a nah for me. It's not a no for me. It's a situational for me. Let's be clear with that. So last but not least is Ivara's Empowered Quiver, and this one grants allies 100% critical damage, which is very, very sexy. And Cloak Arrow has a 100% chance to prevent status effects. Now, I do want to do some testing to see if Power Strength affects Dashwire's critical damage boosts, or maybe I'll just ask someone on staff to see if they can give me that info. But also note, when I do testing videos, and we'll probably go ahead and pick out the best of the augments and make builds around them, but just keep in mind those will be separate videos. These things that you're seeing right now are general testing builds. I don't really want to see anybody down in the comments going, this is how you should have built it. I didn't ask you. If I wanted to, I would have, but I didn't. So no thank you. Let me go ahead and do that in my own time. Regardless, very, very curious, and if there are some shining star augments, we'll definitely focus on them in a video, but for now, we're going to take a look at how it performs. As you can see, we've got Ivara's best friend in the world, the Baza, and we've also got our ribbon for it, which is critical chance, multi-shot, and status duration. Woo, it's some Hunter's munitions. It's going to be sick. So what we're going to do real fast is I'm going to go ahead and simulate on a Corrupted Bombard, but I'm not going to use Dashwire. I'm just going to go ahead and just, you know, we're just going to take a look at how this kind of performs on its own. So that's about 2 clips. That's about 2 clips worth. Of course, we, you know, didn't let the slash procs really build up and leave it alone. But now let's go ahead and see how that works with a little bit of Dashwire action. Let's see where we want to position this. Alright, Let's see if this gives us a big enough boost. I mean, whoop, that's probably like a clip and a half. That's probably a clip and a half. Let's see. Actually, that's less than a clip and a half. That's a clip and 10. So I'm gonna say that that's pretty gosh darn good. Let me go ahead and also, if I'm probably gonna send out a message to one of the people to see if it is affected by power strength, because I'm very curious. Alrighty, so Future Rob popping in real quick because I totally missed it and Pablo actually pointed it out to me. But if you take a look at the top right corner with the dash wire, you can actually see the percentage of critical damage that you are getting. So I don't want to hear anything in the comments about that, okay? Let's go ahead and pass it back to Pastor Rob. Boop! If that is the case and I can get it to you guys ahead of time, I'll go ahead and leave it in a pinned comment or in the description box below. This, I'm like, how do I put this? If it is affected by power strength, then it might be something that I really want to build for. If it's not affected by power strength, this is one of those ones that's kind of like, maybe. Now, the stealthing being affected by procs or whatnot, that's not a massive thing for me at least. Mainly because of the fact that if you're in stealth, you probably won't be getting hit by status effects aside from maybe knockdowns from like big AoEs or, you know, stray rockets that knock you down. But, you know, if a stray rocket knocks you down in your invisibility, I think the one thing that you're going to be more worried about is that rocket killing you. So me personally, the status go bye-bye on the invisibility arrow, not necessarily like the biggest, most insane draw. Had they made regenerate health over time in the invisibility thing, that could probably have worked for me, or maybe bonus status chance when, you know, invisible or something like that. Maybe that would have worked for me too, but I don't think that the 100% chance to reduce that's what it said, right? Let me make sure, because that just seems so weird to me. It just seems so weird that it would be like, you don't get hit by status effects when you're in the yeah, no, I mean, maybe boost our status chance in the invisibility bubble. I don't know. And it kind of makes me sad that the rest of her quiver didn't get bonuses, like the noise arrow. If the noise arrow could have like also like confused enemies, or I don't know, open them up to melee finishers, something along those lines, I would have felt nicer about that. The sleep arrow is already pretty strong, so I don't really want to fuck around with that, but you know, whatever. Regardless, that does about do it for me for now. If there are any of these that you are dying to see something like more focused on, leave that in the comments below. Also, if you've played around and you can tell, you know, if like Empowered Quiver is affected by power strength, I'll get you the answers for that. Leave it down in the comments. You're gonna leave me the message in the comments anyway, so let's not pretend that that's not gonna happen. But that about does it for me for now. And as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!